Hey there, everybody. Scott Graves here from the On Track Music Guitar School, and I want to welcome Trey Edwards on board for Not Unwell.
Not Unwell.
Not Unwell. And
Not Unwell.
This is the first time that Not Unwell has been an official Student Fest sponsor. So, Trey, what is Not Unwell?
Well, Not Unwell is a personal endeavor of mine. It started about 7 years ago. July 13th of 2007, I could honestly say it was the lowest point of my entire life. I was at the very rock bottom. But what I was able to do for myself is I was able to go and find places where I could actually build myself up, lift up my spirits a little bit more, and able to learn how to actually be a much happier, much more positive person. But there was a big difference. When I started doing this, I realized I wanted to write for myself. The stuff that I read, the lectures that I went to, the videos that I watched, the music that I listened to, it was all wonderful. But if I didn't own it and I didn't believe in it myself, it didn't do a bit of good. So I actually built my own company, notunwell.com, and I started writing my own blog back in 2010.
That's awesome. So what kind of stuff do you put on your blog?
The idea behind it is encouraging positive thought. The stuff behind it is basically just to get you to think, number one, to get you to start looking at life a little bit differently. And even the name, Not Unwell, has its ability to be able to take a negative and potentially turn it into a positive. And I believe that everything out there has the ability to flip it, take a look at a different way, and be able to turn into more of a positive nature. And it actually has been a big help, especially when I actually broke my leg this past summer riding my motorcycle. So,
wow, and that was quite a thing. If for those of you who don't know, Trey was on a motorcycle adventure. He was hit by a semi, pushed over a cliff. His motorcycle exploded into flames. He fell into shark-infested waters and had to swim 10 miles up to the Golden Gate Bridge and climb up to get out of the water. And then he came out and he was like, totally positive about it. Most positive guy I know.
It was great. It was a really great
experience. It was really awesome. Okay.
I wish it could be that exciting, but on my website and as well as my Facebook page, I had some beautiful photos of this wonderful scenery, and I had a minor spill. But while I was lying there in the hot sun waiting for the police and the paramedics to show up, I had a different outlook on life. You know, I could either be, upset about it, pissed off about it, whatever I wanted to be about it, but I decided, you know what, hey, I broke my leg, I had a great adventure, and I got to meet people I never met before. So having that kind of positive attitude is definitely what it's all about, and it has changed my life, Scott. It really has.
That's really cool. So you've got some wristbands.
I do.
Right? So tell us about these.
Well, these are just Not Unwell wristbands. I call them reminder bands, and I have reminder cards as well. And the nice thing about the bands and the reminder cards is something small you can keep on your wrist, you can keep them in your pocket. If you ever feel like something's going to really get you down, just look at the wristband and just remind yourself, hey, every day you can be not unwell. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be completely happy. You don't have to be positive all the time. But the nice thing about Not Unwell is you don't always have to be negative about things. You can turn things around and make a difference. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a special at Student Fest. Very excited about it. Every student that comes to our booth and purchases 3 wristbands for $5, you're going to get an extra ticket for an opportunity to win one of the grand prize drawings.
Cool.
And we're going to do an extra incentive. For the first student that gets their 3 wristbands and their number is called, so it's the first student winner that has their number called at Student Fest. If you're wearing your 3 wristbands, I'm going to reach in my pocket. I'm going to hand you $50 in cash right then and there.
Wow, that helps you to really be not unwell.
Exactly.
Trey Edwards from Not Unwell. Trey, how do we get a hold of you on the internet?
You can get a hold of me at notunwell.com, at Facebook, Not Unwell, or also my Twitter, Not Unwell.
Okay, great.
Just that
Trey
simple.
Edwards from Not Unwell. Welcome aboard, Trey.
Thanks, Scott. And not only am I a sponsor of Student Fest with the group doctors and On Track Music, but I'm also a client.